Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 4 o'clock session, so to say. You would have noticed that we are going to combine our sessions now. This session is called Harnessing India's Next Mobile Revolution, and we had the other session called Navigating the Cloud and Securing Data in Cyberspace, which we are going to club together. Now, before I start the session, I just needed a few minutes. I was discussing with some of the panelists before. We have a couple of techies on the panel, and there is a danger to that. They love technology so much that we can keep talking about the cool new technologies available. So I'm going to take a few minutes and remind everyone that while it is important for us to talk about the cool new technologies in the mobile space, it is equally important to talk about their applications and how they can be used for harnessing the next mobile revolution, and combining that with the overarching theme of the conference here, which is an agenda for inclusive growth. Now, when we talk inclusive growth, it is said that the mobile phone is the single most powerful administrative/governance tool available. In fact, Muhammad Yunus, who is a Nobel laureate and founder of the Grameen Bank, went on to say that when you get a mobile phone, it is the fastest ticket to get out of poverty. Now, that's a very powerful statement, and it is most likely based on anecdotal evidence, but I think there is experience behind it. And it was this statement which started a lot of conversations and research to look for empirical evidence supporting that. In fact, there is a professor at London Business School called Mr. Waverman, Professor Waverman, who conducted an empirical research and found out that with every 10% increase in mobile penetration in the developing economies, the resultant increase in GDP is between 0.6% to 1.2%. Now that's a massive number for an economy like India. With 1 trillion rupees, which is the GDP size, we can vary the effect of increased mobile adoption from 0.6% to 1.2%. How effective we are in what we decide today will help us fall between that 0.6 to 1.2%. That spread actually amounts to 60 million users. So 60 million more users who are adopting mobile can somehow become part of this economy and somehow become part of the agenda that we call inclusive agenda. But really, what is it about the mobile phone that makes it such a powerful tool? I personally feel that it has just two very fundamental things that it does. And it will help us to kind of remind ourselves in this discussion that there are these two fundamental things that it does that makes it a very powerful tool. One, very simply, it helps us deliver information and services to citizens. It is in fact, I think, the fastest way to reach out to citizens. Think of emergency response, think of disease outbreak, think of weather warnings, flood warnings. It is the fastest way to reach out to the largest chunk of population in the shortest possible time. The second thing that a mobile phone does is that it can gather data from citizens. Combine these two very simple and very intuitive things that a mobile phone can do, and you have a very powerful tool. Think of census data, think of controlling disease outbreak, think of education, telemedicine. They're all possible because this mobile phone can do these two things. One, disseminate information. Two, gather information. And it is very easy for us to even now talk about a lot of technologies and how these technologies can use these two things and use various apps and stuff, but it is fundamental for us to realize that if we want to talk about inclusive growth, I'm going to put up a picture now and say that if this little boy has a mobile phone, he's probably a homeless child of that age. For the sake of discussion, let's say that is a real mobile phone. And I want us to keep getting back to this image and talk about how can we, with a mobile phone, provide him education? How can we provide him a future livelihood? How can we provide him health? More importantly, safety, and most importantly, a future. So we are going to talk about a lot of mobile technologies, but essentially I want us all to come back and find out how we can deliver through mobile services all these things to that one little boy who has a mobile phone in his hand. Is he holding his own future in his hand?